This kid, 10-year-old kid was denied entry to the skating rink because he had an ice stand with ice hoodie on.
Ooh. The local skating rink?
No, Galaxy
Oh.
Skate in Minneapolis. Hey, you get a corporate sponsor? Sure are small fries for catering size. Yeah, Coach Barnes isn't that methodical.
Yeah, I was told to start the first. I mean, for the tournament or the the district play. I guess you have to read certain things at a certain time, and the first thing's got to start 20 minutes before. I guess. Brady, don't forget to try to be seen.
Or woke. When's Chef moving to Ohio?
Next month.
Okay, so he's still here?
Mm-hmm.
He should have like a little farewell party.
Okay, let's put this over this way. This over here.
I needed some coffee, man. I was getting tired. I stayed up and watched stupid Grammys with Kenna last night, but I won big money off Billie Eilish.
Oh, yeah?
She was a huge underdog for Song of the Year to Bad Bunny, Kendrick Lamar, and Lady Gaga. But Kenna was like, no, but Billie Eilish is going to win. I was like, no. I was like, she's like, anyway, it was like 14 times multiplier on Billie Eilish. But Kenna said she was going to win Song
To
of
say
the Year.
something political, or?
So I picked her to win Song of the Year.
Gotcha.
I won 14 times my money.
All right, let me get this started.
But what did she say? You can't be illegal on stolen land or something?
Yeah. Starting here in a minute, second. All right, I can see Brady. Okay, that's the important thing. Everyone wants to see Brady. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Fort Walton Beach. What we're doing. That's the best way you can see me. Being joined in the studio by Kevin Horgan, Brady Brooks, Gareth Stearns here until 5 o'clock. We're going to be joined by Irish Bill at 4 o'clock. That's our Miracle Strip Body Shop afternoon interview segment of the day. Got a lot of stuff to catch up on over the weekend. Hope everyone's had a good one. And I'm going to go ahead and plug into the commercials here.
Happy Groundhog Day. Happy District Tournament Week.
Hey, is this thing on?
This is a white shirt when I walked out of here. When I walked
All right.
out.
Why don't I hear anything just yet? Brady, do you have the audio on? Do you hear anything?
No.
Output level.
I can hear now.
Okay.
It's that guy that sounds like you, too.
Yeah. All right. I don't hear it that well, though.
Yeah, it is low, but here.
There you go. That's perfect. There you go.
God, every right second. It's already a month into 2026. Unreal. Have you watched WWE Unreal on Netflix yet?
Just.
The levels of kayfabe.
Oh, this is not. Crap.
The levels of kayfabe that are broken are just
There we go.
unbelievable.
Hopefully that's being. Hopefully that'll work.
Those old timers be rolling in their graves if they knew the levels of kayfabe that were broken on that show.
I know.
I mean, they really just pulled the curtain back and said, "Here, this is how we do everything." I kind of didn't even want to see it. Brett still screwed Brett, though. Didn't he say that on Larry King Live?
Who?
Vince?
I don't know.
He goes, I didn't screw Brett. Brett screwed Brett.
Yeah.
I think it was Larry King Live. You got fried today? No grilled? Tastes a lot better. No pickles? Oh. No ranch?
Damn it.
Straight up. that a ukulele, do you know?
Yes.
Okay, well, today is also National Ukulele.
Oh, nice.
Maybe you could work that in since it's in your theme song. And I have a special treat I'm saving. Just have to figure out how to get my butt up towards this.
That's my hometown. That's right, rise and shine, campers! And don't forget to put your booties on, because it's cold out there today! Happy Groundhog Day, everybody! February 2nd, 2026. Thank you for tuning in to Fort Walton Beach What We're Doing, your local source, well, your source for local news, local engagement, lifting the community up, local history, whenever we can sprinkle it in. I'd like to welcome my co-hosts for the day, Mr. Kevin Horgan and Brady Brooks, into the studio with me. Kevin, Brady, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. Happy National Tater Tot Day.
Wow.
Besides Groundhog Day, it is National Ukulele Day and National Tater Tot Day. Yeah, and on the way in, I was thinking, Gareth, on my way in, I was thinking to myself, where can you get tater tots besides Sonic the Drink Place?
Usually, I mean, you mean as far as fast food? Because
Any type of restaurant, whether it be fast food, sit down, or, you know, I call the tweeners, like your Tijuana Flats is kind of in the middle of a fast food and a restaurant, but I couldn't think of anywhere that you can get tater tots but Sonic.
I don't know, but Sonic does have some good tots. And tater tots are one of those foods that I always forget that I like that much.
Yeah.
You know, when it's on the menu and if I have the choice, especially if it's Sonic, I will almost always opt for the Sonic tots.
You know what, I was wondering if they had some kind of copyright or something, because at Disney, I heard from a cast member, I asked the cast member, why are they called potato barrels here? And this cast member, she told me, I don't know, but we are forbid to say tater tots, or to print them on our menus or menu boards. We have to call them potato barrels.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ore-Ida has the copyright on tater tots the same way we think of Kleenex being, you know, the universal term for tissue.
That's a good point. Or you know, I've noticed my whole life, most people call any kind of soda Coke. I think I'll have a Coke.
Very true, very true. Diet for me, please. Brady, what about you, man? How you doing? Did you have a good weekend? Oh.
I'll get one and then I'll say I don't want 3 weeks. I usually go for just cardio. I try to go for training, kind of start actually lifting. I got out for the first time.
Like a breast pump, or he's sneezing?
Reebok pumps?
Yeah. Oh, nice. I saw the mouth, but I thought you were just like miming something.
I did back and bicep workout, and a pump is the feeling that I got is after I was on my third or fourth workout of the last 2 days. I was doing my bicep curl.
Yeah, but while you're belching, I will say that Ryan Jarnicki has just chimed in, and he says that curly fries are better than tater tots. So, you know.
Not Arby's. I do not like Arby's curly fries, but Buffalo's Reef, I will say, best curly fries in the business. Yes, their seasoning makes everything.
But yeah, so I was doing bicep curls, and I had gotten done. I had this feeling in my biceps, kind of like your elbow connects on the inner, I don't know what you call it.
The opposite of your elbow.
Exactly, and it was just like this, I guess you'd call it a masculine feeling of a sweat.
Oh.
And I guess my bones were popping out on my arms, and it was from bicep to form. And it was just, it was a crazy feeling. I never felt it before. And I texted my friend, I was like, I don't know if I hold something or what happened, because that's part of the pump, but you need to do the right thing.
All right, look at that.
He is getting ready for baseball season.
That feeling of adrenaline, it was pretty, I guess you call it like a high. I guess, I don't know, but I had legs today for the first time. My quads were, it was like all quads.
Okay. You know, it's a shame that we don't have coastal vascular surgeon Dr. Jeff Risley on the show today, because you'd be talking about your blood flow and all the, lactic acid buildup and everything associated with the workouts. But he's going to be with us tomorrow. Matter of fact, tomorrow we've got a very full show. I'm going to have Dr. Jeff Risley at 4:30, but at 3 o'clock, kicking off the show, I'm going to have Mr. Jamie Neighbors of Beach Weekend Marina and NBI Properties, and
Major League bullpen pitcher back in the day.
well played.
just don't have $1,000. Not all the cities. I've gotten $420.67 on them.
6, 7, and 420 in the same sentence. Wow, that's impressive.
Hitler's birthday?
So 420 is just one of them, but the 6, 7 actually dropping off at the 6, 57.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Did you do a little hand thing when you read it, Quadzilla?
No, he actually came in, I was getting in, you can go to Rover's office, I was talking to him, and try to take, outdoor over the home, try to convince them to sponsor me, they're not going to Jack Walton, let's go practice.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, speaking of sponsors, I want to do the Panhandle Weather Report for Monday, February 2nd, brought to you by Okaloosa County Commissioner Sherry Cox. By the way, Punxsutawney Phil is said to have seen his shadow this morning, and there is going to be 6 more weeks of winter as a result of that. So there's your Groundhog Day update. But today in Fort Walton Beach, expect a chilly but mostly dry and partly cloudy day with highs near the low 50s and light north to northwest winds. Tonight will be clear and cold, dropping into the low 30s. Tomorrow, another sunny and cool day with highs again in the low 50s and mostly clear skies. Expected to stay dry with winds from the northwest. Great weather for outdoor plans. In the next 48 hours, overnight lows will remain chilly in the low 30s with continued sunshine and cool daytime temps. Winds stay breezy from the northwest, keeping it brisk. That's the latest from Fort Walton Beach weather. Cool and clear for the next couple of days. Today's weather report has been brought to you by Okaloosa County Commissioner Sherry Cox. Rain, wind, or sun, Commissioner Cox gets it done. Thank you so much, Commissioner Cox. And speaking of baseball season, Brady, I think it would be apropos if we reached out to people in the community that maybe have experience in the show, like Scott Baker's son that pitches for the Rays. Okay.
Chicago Dogs. And he's kind of in transition, so now that he's gotten into the baseball season, hitting practices one-on-one. So unfortunately, he scored ACL over the last season. So he sent me $50, said it wasn't anything for advertising.
Oh man, that's nice, man. That's really cool. That you must feel good that people are reaching out to you and wanting to lift you up to help you succeed at what you desire to do.
Brady, is he any relation to the former Choctaw baseball player Luca Mayberry, who I believe Red got a hit in his very first collegiate at bat the other day? I think he played with Brady, so I've seen him play. I remember him playing in person and always being a very good hitter, very good, you could just tell he was next level guy.
Well, speaking of next level, we've got one more level of radio pretty good too. 12-minute long segment coming at you for around 3 minutes. You're experiencing 7 more days on Brady Bill.
Work on a Save the Clock Tower fund.
Yeah.
Why didn't Brady start an OnlyFans?
Kevin, your mic's still on.
What does the back say?
I could.
Oh, it's not your writing.
No.
I was gonna say your writing got pretty decent.
I mean, I have pretty decent writing. It's just, my writing.
Is this when you're all like 1965, like manly and abusive? Patty, cook!
This is when I'm really needing to do fast. Like, that's chicken scratch. As I'm writing this, like, I'll be able to read it.
You need to learn shorthand or something, or
I can't do that.
braille.
I'm
like this.
incapable.
So we're going to do a surf report today.
My brain is incapable of doing that. Like, everything's got to be long-winded. My texts all have semicolons and no acronyms.
Are you doing the Bud and Alley surf report every day?
Yes.
Cool. That's so nostalgic. 'Cause just from calling the things, I want to call 884-7171. When was the last time you tried it?
Probably in the last year or two.
What did it do?
I don't even remember.
What about 844-1111?
Or it was 844 any 4 digits.
Yeah,
Like,
central telephone time 7:52, temperature 53 or whatever.
Yeah. I remember that.
Oh, why was that such a high spot? But it was.
It was. And there was a storyline. That was the 8841, the storyline.
Yeah, the Hurlburt. I did have the Hurlburt Field as the 884, which is still a prefix or whatever they call it for them.
Yep.
Was Hurlburt not here? Because
I don't remember. I don't even know
intro?
how. I don't even know how I knew that number because I don't remember seeing the storyline number ever in the phone book or how would we have looked it up?
I don't know how we did that. How do we find 1-800 Kids on Beat?
That one we should call. Eating stable. And a spoon did it positione.
Do it. Those. And we would just immediately. There you go.
There you go.
What about Bond and Weave?
Yeah, stupid Americana.
Bond and Weave hair products. How did that become about?
We had like an 800 numbers telephone book.
Yeah, that's right.
And we just looked for things we could prank call.
Have a good afternoon, Bob and Weave. Now it's Bob and Weave. The guy's head.
Yeah.
He won that fight. How
sure
impressive
did.
is that?
He also said that we could talk about this. He also said that he had washed his hair.
Yeah.
His
Yeah, he tried to make
uriatic acid or something.
Yeah, it was.
Just accept the L.
He got rocked, but he won the match. He lost his hair. Like,
Right,
have you
come
ever
back.
seen somebody win a hair versus hair match? He's the first person I've ever seen.
And welcome back. I don't. Sounded like Thunder Rolls for a second.
Sound like the Eagles Unplugged beginning to Hotel California.
Yeah, maybe put that one on deck for the next one. We'll definitely get a Facebook copyright violation, but that's okay. We're going to go all in. And we're going to go ahead and kick this next segment off with our surf report. Kevin and I were reminiscing over the break how we used to call WFS Fish Radio, WFSH. Yeah, that's right. AM 1340 back in the day. Not that we were surfers or anything, but I think we just wanted something to do.
Wasn't it based out of Niceville?
It was,
Which
yeah.
is weird because you got to drive to this area to get to water, but okay.
We used to call. There was a storyline we used to call. Of course, there was the time and temperature that you could call back in the day. 844-1212.
844 anything.
Really, any four numbers. That was like a little life hack. It was in the phone book as 1212, but you could really do 844 any four numbers, and it would be save time and money by switching to the Yellow Pages from AT&T. Central telephone time 3:19. Temperature 38.
I think back then it was Centel.
It was the Centel phone company, but they were telling you what time zone they were giving you the time. Anyway.
I know Central Telephone Time, but you said AT&T. I thought it was Centel.
Right. I was just looking for
But AT&T is the big name, so.
Ma and Pa Bell. The Okaloosa County Surf Report brought to you by Dave Rauschkab over at Bud and Alley's Restaurant in Seaside. Today's surf at Okaloosa Pier, very mellow to flat, with tiny wave faces generally around knee to ankle high. Not much power for board riders right now. Light swell coming from the south to southeast, but overall conditions mostly small and inconsistent. Local seas are generally calm, with waves well under 2 to 3 feet and breezes modest. Looking over the next 48 hours, winds stay light to moderate with mostly small surf continuing. There's no significant swell on the immediate horizon, so knee to high, waist high conditions are likely to remain the norm. For larger surf, keep an eye later in the week as distant energy could bump up wave heights a little bit. And that's your Panhandle Surf Report brought to you by Bud and Alley's Restaurant in Seaside. Bud and Alley's, 40 years deep, still riding the same local wave. Thank you so much, Dave Rauschkab over at Seaside. He is a alumnus of Choctawhatchee High School and a big-time surfer guy. I mean, he's been doing it for decades. You ask any surfer if they know Dave Rauschkab, and they absolutely do. So thank you once again, Dave, for sponsoring the Okaloosa County Surf Report on Fort Walton Beach, What We're Doing. And if you would like to give us a call and join in the fun, we have an open phone line, 850-374-3468. I dare you to call. Even if you just want to prank call us. 850-374-3468. In fact, give us your best prank call as you call in.
People don't know, but we actually deserve it.
We absolutely do.
People have no idea.
has the statute of limitations run out on some of the things that we used to do? Like, remember my parents' New Year's Eve party when
With the we rode our bikes over to Albertsons and got the X-Lax.
Why did we do that?
Just because it was us, I guess. I don't know, but that 7-layer dip was probably a little
Mom, Dad, I'm sorry.
Yep.
It was last century though.
In saran wrap on the toilet.
Well, but that was Bush League. But I mean, do you remember like there was the guy I was like daring the guy to take a dip.
You were criticizing the way he dipped. You're like, get a little deeper in there, like really get a good scoop.
Yeah, and he got like.
I mean, we put him on. Did we put him in a Ziploc bag and crush it up to powder so we could really spread it around?
Bingo card for today. But I guess if that's the worst I ever did, then I'm gonna clean him out.
Yeah. I mean, we did a service to him.
Yeah. I got nothing more. Speaking of cleaning out, I gotta cleanse myself tonight. I gotta fast tonight because I got blood work tomorrow for my annual physical. Yeah, well, I mean, I was looking for a segue. Oh, well played. Last year, I completely forgot to fast before my physical, and I totally grubbed Taco Bell at like midnight. And yeah, and you're right. Your HDL has gone up this year, Mr. Stearns, and your whatever. I had like raised levels, and I'm really hoping to maybe counteract that by doing it the correct way this time.
Or just don't eat Taco Bell at midnight in general.
Yeah.
Nothing against Taco Bell, just. I told you Quadzilla's on a whole new level under there today.
Were you working out with Carter Morocco? I saw that he's hit his 350-pound benchmark. His mother was very proudly.
Unreal.
He does not look big enough to be throwing up 350 pounds like that.
I tell you what, he is primed for a huge senior year if they use him in the right way.
Well, out of all the things that have happened for you this senior year, Brady, I'm sure that's on the list somewhere.
Are you ever jealous of the technology people Brady's age have in school compared to what we had? I probably would have gone to Harvard if we would have had Google back in high school.
Or ChatGPT.
Yeah, I mean, I'd bring a decoy phone into the whatever they call it. I don't even know how to say it right. Or SAT, whichever one they go by, and I'd bring a decoy phone, let them take it from me, have another one in my sock or something, and I'd be on my way to Harvard or MIT or something.
Good grammar, and it's tested for AI. I'm really, really good at grammar. I'm not too sure on how to use every bit of punctuation, but I would be pretty agitated if I was really a student that was getting something that AI uses the search has gone up so much more.
No, I agree. I like to consider myself to be a decent writer. I've got a degree in creative writing, and I've always considered myself to have some talent with a pen. And I often get accused of ChatGPTing myself to death. I will say that I use ChatGPT to assist. Like, for instance, my This Day in Okaloosa County history segments are exactly 1 minute long. So I need ChatGPT to help me be less long-winded sometimes to get my timing down. But other than that, like, I'm picking up what you're putting down. It's ChatGPT can make a lot of dunces look a lot less duncey.
Yeah, it looks perfect. And I think it's definitely useful in a way. It's used more kind of, I guess, as a world of brainstorming with, and less of a using information. But I'll use it occasionally. If I need a tip, for example, or my radio commercial, which I think should start testing in the TV. I don't know.
It's only been airing on our station. I need kind of Skylar's help for that. And he's been out of town, and I also have ADHD. But I love you. No, we're gonna get on. It's 30 seconds. In fact, play it right now. Yeah, this is Brady Brooks' promo for. There you go. Go Big Green, indeed.
And I'm explaining to them, in the middle of college searching for housing right now, and I'm getting a lot of calls from, apartment buildings that I've checked in on, and things like that. So they're going, I'm excited. And they're like, hey, it's just coming to the Armadillo, and I'm searching there this winter.
Oh, yeah. You got to answer everything now.
Have you tried the Palms of Appalachia?
Wow. Yeah, that's... How do you remember the name? How do you remember my apartment complex in Tallahassee?
Because I went there a few times. If I go somewhere, I'm going to remember it. I'm not that old. I wonder if that's a nice complex.
Okay. Well,
Let's call him on the air and find out.
oh.
Bats left, throws right. I did.
I didn't watch it, but I've seen the highlight, the clips.
I don't know if I sent it to you guys, but I actually won a pretty good chunk of change off Billie Eilish. The Grammys were on, things like Underdog, DraftKings, Prize Picks. They actually had the Grammys, and I walked in from work, and my daughter was watching the Grammys pre-show, and you're talking about Song of the Year. And I had seen earlier in the day that you could bet on the Grammys. Like, my God, you can bet on the Grammys, ridiculous. And then I asked my daughter, so who do you think's going to win Song of the Year? And she goes, Kendrick Lamar and Lady Gaga are the favorites, but I think it's going to be Billie Eilish. So I looked on Underdog, and I noticed Billie Eilish was a very big underdog for Song of the Year. But I trusted my daughter; she's the smartest person in our family, and I went ahead and put some money on Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish won Song of the Year, and I won myself a 14 times multiplier. So basically, I bet $20, and I won 14 times my money. So thank you, Billie Eilish. But Brady, to answer your question, I got a little long-winded, Gareth. I had a feeling, sitting down to watch the Grammys, it was going to be... Everybody was going to get their little political shoot in at the end, and it happened exactly how I suspected.
That's how it always is.
I think I had it on the background. I think the performances. My mom made a comment about saying that you see some songs with like two sets and artists kind of
Some really bad lip syncing last night.
Yeah, I like Tyler the Creator, but I told my friends before he came on, I was like, it's my favorite artist. And you see him perform, it's like when you show somebody your favorite song and you start hearing everything bad about it. It's like I enjoyed the performance a lot. Had I watched it by myself, I did. But when I see it, I'm like, I can see everything that my parents would see bad about it.
Right. That's funny you say that because Bad Bunny is going to be doing the halftime performance at the Super Bowl, and whether you like him or hate him, you could probably use the same analogy. He could probably be an incredible musician, but him wearing the dress and poking the bear, doing all the things, you could probably...
Yeah, they were really working him last night, trying to get him to do it.
I mean, Bad Bunny won album, actually, kind of opened my ears up. I listened to that album on the way to the gym today, and it's like, I have no idea what's going on, but it's really kind of like reminding me just like a late spring and early summer.
So give Bad Bunny a chance before you start just automatically hating him this Sunday.
Give his match at last year's WWE SummerSlam a chance. He will blow your mind.
And we're going to blow your mind in 5 minutes.
Did you see Bad Bunny's hardcore match at SummerSlam last year? He
Wow.
was so good. Dude, he was
Yeah.
doing plunges off the top rope and Frankensteiners. I mean, 6'1" nice guy, so athletic. But he's been a big WWE fan his whole life, and he always wanted to have a match, and now he's had 2. And he was just unreal. Jelly Roll or whatever was okay. He had a match this year at WrestleMania. I think he jobbed to The Miz. I like The Miz's finisher, The Wizard of Oz.
The Wizard of Oz.
That's a good name.
I just like I like how he came onto the real world as just a fan, as a mark.
Yeah, he
just
made a
did-
belt out of cardboard, and 20 years later, he's a 5-time WWE champion.
Main event
He
at
did
WrestleMania.
Exactly, he beat John Cena at WrestleMania in the main event. The Miz did exactly what he said he was going to do 25 years ago on the real world, and not to mention he has one of the most beautiful wives I've ever seen in my life. Miz did really well. He's also a scratch golfer. It's gonna be backwards.
I'm going to do a story about this number, and I want you to, when you call, I want you to send it to us, all right? Yeah, it's the weirdest fucking thing. There was video with like blockbuster videos for us. And the last one closed 20 years ago, maybe 2006. That hotline is still active. They talk about movies that came out in 2006. There's never video movie forever. Who changed it?
Hard way.
It's a weird time capsule.
Right there, I got opened up hard way. Just got opened up.
Oh, how'd you do that? Damn.
Darn. Can't say goddamn on the air.
Don't worry, nobody's listening.
I really think the text line's not a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Just people text.
Yeah, I need to get another device so I can do this and
Be able to use that device
Yes.
to aid your show. Yeah, text line. People text. They're not gonna call, but I want to at least get some discussions from text messages. No dick pics, though. You know, we'll get one then too. Probably flaccid. I mean, you know, I've always thought you're gonna send a dick pic, at least get it fucking hard.
yeah, or at least like semi-hard, you know, like where it's like
why would you send a flaccid dick pic?
yeah, you want it to hang below the balls.
It's just not. Yeah, it's not. It's stupid. It's
Yeah.
not smart.
You don't want it straight out either, though.
No,
I mean,
you just want to show them that you're partially interested.
you want it to have that droop to it, you know.
You don't want to show them you're fully invested.
Yeah.
You're just, you're partially invested. I hope we're in a commercial. If not, you'll have plenty of free time on your hands. You just want me to go in the other room and be like, yes, what do you know about it? What's up, jabroni? This is Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I'm thinking, I go like, where's your brother? He's dead, never mind.
Crazy, right?
Kind of weird. I wonder if that guy's still alive.
Who?
Huh?
Who's still alive?
I have a network video bag, and on the bag it's got the movie hotline number.
Yeah.
It's 904-8, whatever it is. But if you call that same number with 850, it's still. Wait, you just wait. We're gonna make a bit out of it.
Does it say network video?
Yes, dude. You're
Where does it come from?
Who pays for it? Who pays for it?
Where did it come? Okay, I got a guy.
Taxpayer money going everywhere.
I got a guy. I know a guy who's the manager of the network video where, you know, the Plaza Coles is in?
Yeah.
He's the manager there for years. Maybe he'll know something.
All right.
I'll reach out to him. He was, I know him very well. I'll reach out to him. He's coming in Wednesday to get a key fob done. Yes, Wednesday. Where?
Doo-doo.
Is it current?
Hmm?
Is it current movies?
They came out in 2006. There's like there's a James Bond movie.
Like
Not
Skyfall?
It's one of those.
Casino Royale?
Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I think, is another one.
Mr. Jones and Me?
We got a caller. Barbara.
We got a caller.
Mm-hmm. No spoilers. No spoilers. Okay. Hey, Barbara. Welcome to Fort Walton Beach. What we're doing. Thanks for calling. Of course, Barbara. Thank you. Tell us your origin story to the area, ma'am. All right. Well, I can't tell if I'm being trolled or not, but I'll go ahead and say thank you, and we appreciate that. And we did ask for the best crank call. Do you have a good joke or anything like that, Barbara? Or
I could hear the smile coming through.
I could hear the smile too. I love it. Barbara. You know what? Your voice is very alluring as well, and we appreciate your. Oh well, that's nice. I. It is. To me, that's the second best invention of the 21st century behind the smartphone. I am. The Goofy Golf. It is very cold. Yeah. So I'm assuming you live close enough that you could go, but that's a shame. It's actually pretty warm. It's in the mid 50s right now. It's great weather. Yes. Am I speaking to the gentleman right now that was on Crab Island, by the way? Oh. What brought your family to this area originally? Yeah. Well, that gentleman that was on Crab Island yesterday is actually going to be on our show on Thursday, Mr. Shane Reynolds. Yes. No?
It is very good. And Barbara, what do you see if he's very, handsome and attractive man?
Oh, man. This is one of your friends.
I don't know.
I'm so stumped, man. I keep going from, is this legit, to am I being trolled? Barbara, thank you for the call. We appreciate it. Okay, yeah, I'd love to have you in as the Miracle Ship Body Shop afternoon interview segment of the day. Absolutely. We have a standing invite, Barbara. And you do the same. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, now I'm starting to think that was legit.
Was that legit? I think it was.
It was not. Okay. Yeah, that was so Andy Kaufman-esque. Like, give me something. Like, let me know. Are you is? But there's some brilliance to that, holding it back too. So
We need a Jerry Lawler fire bag.
yeah. Well, thank you for the call, and that's exactly what I meant. Now we have an open line 850-374-3468. And it was fun. A little confusing, but I'm game. I'm game for stuff like that. Yeah, seriously, I just kept going, but then she would say like the Quadzilla stuff, and that I don't know. Anyway.
It really did bounce from troll to legit, in my mind, a lot.
I'm so confused. Like I kept looking at you, like, is this a joke?
Just give her Brady's number and tell her time, and we'll find out.
Yeah. All right, excellent. Yeah, so Brady's going to go ahead and answer the phone, and I want to say that Kevin, I found my network video membership card this weekend.
Oh wow!
Do you remember riding our bikes to network video and
straight to the wrestling section?
If you haven't lived here for a while, your mic's on, Brady. Yeah. So if you are we going to go ahead and put the person on, because I can put my story on hold if necessary. All right.
I answered the phone. He said he's a first time or a long time listener, first time caller.
All right. Welcome to the show. How are you doing, Mr. Caller? I like it. Our co-host Kevin Horgan's actually going to be calling the game in the arena tomorrow night, so I'm going to let you take care of that one, Kevin.
I actually got to correct you. If Choctaw beats Pine Forest, they will actually travel to Booker T. Washington, not Mosley.
And who, may I ask who was speaking?
Is it Todd? Is this Todd? Oh, this sounds like Todd Powell. Hey, David, thanks for calling in, brother.
We're not merging.
All right, David.
Thanks for calling, man.
Yeah, and thank you. By the way, that's 2 calls in 1 hour. What?
We're gonna be doing autographs next week.
No kidding. Man, we're practically viral at this point.
I answered the phone and didn't talk for the first 5, 10 seconds. I was in the school, so maybe when you realized that he was the caller that you were talking, he was like, whoa, hello, and you thought it was on, so I kind of had the phone down.
Yeah, well, you didn't turn off your mic either, so we heard you like answering it, and I think that's what he was probably hearing.
David, just go to Max Preps and look at the brackets next time. Well, if you consider what we had to work with, we had 2 players. We had 2 players just to start the season. We had 2 guys that were even on the varsity team last year with Michael Collins and Camry Johnson. Who, by the way, I don't know if anybody watched it or heard it, Choctaw did take a loss to Mosley on the road last Friday night. Gareth Michael Collins, 28 points, 17 rebounds, 2 blocks, 2 steals.
Michael!
Him and Kadar Washington were the only players to score until a couple free throws towards the end of the game. But no, Choctaw has not had their best year, but, you know...
They have a young core.
Yeah, they got a first-year coach. They only have 2 returning players, 1 returning starter. And then, you know, like Brady said, they had players leave the program. They had players hurt for the year. 1 was a starter. So there's been a lot of adversity from start to finish. And, you know, they gave us that special moment against Fort Walton. And so the whole season wasn't for nothing. And there is still a chance that the playoffs are a possibility until they lose.
Very true, and that's and speaking of local basketball, the girls actually play tonight. They kick off their district tournament tonight against Escambia. You and I will be in the gym. I'm actually going to be calling the action in the arena tonight, not on the radio, but just in the microphone. So it's always cool to have Coach Thigpen reach out and ask for that to happen. Okay.
That was the girls. The boys actually running clock fine for us at home, 75-44.
So odd, because we beat High Forest by 9, 66-57 in December, and lost to them by 50.
Well, Choctaw girls basketball goes, and like Tiaris Morales comes and goes. She plays good, they win. She doesn't, they don't.
Well, hopefully you guys can have it, and get the start, and hopefully you secure the radio station opening for us. 2 minutes, and then we'll be back.
We're not merging.
G League dropout.
That was great. You
know what?
Nate Oates ran his mouth. Get Jeff McDowell to call.
Bring every NBA player out of retirement and just put them back in college at this point.
Jeff McDonald, if you're watching, let's call and talk about the Florida-Alabama game. I know you're a big Alabama fan, and Nate Oates had a lot to say leading up to the game, and then got a 100-piece dropped on him, and got outscored in the paint 72-10 when his comments were about the down in the paint.
UNCW has finally busted into the top 100 at their 19-3 record.
Big matchup against Campbell that I believe if you have ESPN Premium, which I do, you will be able to watch that live or on demand.
Yeah, well, Thursday night they're playing William and Mary.
It's 5-on-2. It ought to be an easy W for Wilmington. But I gotta tell you, I will never forget that word. Well, Kevin, somebody was going to have to get him, and unfortunately, I will never forget.
You got Campbell.
But didn't he say, well, somebody was going to have to get him, and unfortunately, Kevin, it's you.
You were like the first person, too.
Yeah.
Like, there were still 64 teams.
There's no way it was Randy. Campbell.
And he had just gotten done shooting about the Campbells.
Yeah. You know, he was like, I'm going to give this.
I mean, they were playing, they were the 16th seed against Leitner and Grant Hill.
Yeah. Which Duke ended up being the only 1 seed ever beaten by a 16, right? When Loyola Chicago and Grandma Teresa or whatever.
Was it Duke or was it Kentucky?
That was not Kentucky.
Kentucky was a 15 then. There was something.
No, it was Virginia.
Virginia.
Yeah, when they had that run with Coach Bennett, not Choctaw's Coach Bennett.
Right.
And not Stu Bennett, better known as Wade Barrett.
Nice tips.
You might be coming down with glaucoma. They want to try to. There you go. James Tiberius Kirk weekdays.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Just write it down. And hold it up against the window.
I think it was 864-8868, if I remember correctly. But while you're playing around with that, seeing if that number works, I'm going to go ahead and welcome everyone back to Fort Walton Beach, What We're Doing. And I will preface you doing that with my little story. I found my network video membership card over the weekend, 864-8868. With the 850 area code. And I posted on Facebook. It was from 1990, and my signature was just...
What a great year.
It was for Choctaw, for sure. Yeah. And it instantly got tons and tons of reactions. Network video is just one of those places that if you've lived around here, just seeing the logo is enough to evoke some sort of nostalgic memory. Was that the correct number?
Yeah.
Okay. It got me going through... I actually got a message from some dude that lives in Ohio. He's like, hey, I saw your network video membership card, and it blew my mind because we had those up here in Ohio and in Western Pennsylvania, and it was the same logo, everything. He's like, there's no question, our network video is the same as your network video. And so we just kind of got going back and forth, and I started sharing with him other artifacts that I own network video wise, and I came across a bag that network video used to give you when you would rent movies. You know, they would put it in your bag, and it had on the bag itself the network video logo and rent the store hours. And they also put the movie hotline on this bag. And this bag is so old, and it's before we changed area codes. The bag is 904-864-8868. Okay, so anyway, I thought it would be interesting to just give that number a call. Obviously using our current area code, and it's going to blow your mind what happened. So go ahead and make the phone call, Brady, and let everyone listen to this. This is the Network Video Movie Hotline. Keep in mind the store closed 20 years ago. Swinack. And that blew my mind. Network Video closed 20 years ago. Somebody's paying that phone bill, right? Where's that phone bill being sent?
Where is this line originating from?
Who's paying that phone bill? That is such a weird, like, it gives me goosebumps how freaky that alternate universe.
Have you Googled the number?
I have not.
And done maybe like a reverse phone lookup? Well, usually they cost money though. Do you want to know that bad?
I'm kinda. I mean, I went and we did the whole radio.
You can probably do it for like $1.
I mean, it just blows my mind that the old movie hotline number that still used the 904 area code, which changed in May 1997, still works with the current area code. And those movies came out in like 2005 or 2006. So that was easily 20 years ago. And the phone line still exists.
I remember seeing Golden Casino Royale in the theater and that Lita Capernardio movie too. Wow, it's local. What's Fox 11?
Well, Network Video stretched from like Gulf Breeze to Panama City, so it could have been a radio station or but Fox 11.
There's no
I
Fox
don't
11.
remember any Fox
No,
11.
there's never been.
It had to have been like a radio simulcast.
Is this a prank on us?
No. I mean, this is printed on the bag. I have old phone books with the same phone number in it, but I'm guessing they were probably from Gulf Breeze or who was Steve Schrader?
I looked up Steve Schrader, I was
He was the backup quarterback for BYU in the '94 season, wasn't he, Brady?
Yeah, and if you guys want to try that out, we are not pranking you. That phone number is 850-864. Yes, 8868. You can call it yourself. We are not messing around. That is a 20-year-old message that for some reason never got taken down. That phone number never got put away. It's either, I mean, if it's CenturyLink, maybe they've just forgotten about it. I hope it doesn't ever go away. Well, they were the ones they were just a local telephone company, so.
Right over there at the end of Navy Street, across from the Royale Apartments, is where it used to.
Boulevard.
I don't know what. No, it's Mayflower, and
It's not Denton. That's not Denton still.
it is Denton. Denton and Mayflower intersections where it's Centel, CenturyLink. That's
Right.
where, I don't know what that building is inhabited by now.
Closely where it could possibly be, it's kind of oddly spaced out. So it's downtown for Walton Beach, starting at about the Waterford around there, western town, and then it goes all the way to the right towards the bridge. Once you get to the other side of the bridge, it stops. It's nowhere within, like we're not in the property, I guess it's full. Midtown, and then once you get up by the golf course, the entire golf course is a part of it, and then it's kind of like
Well, either way, it's a big mystery. The phone, I hope it never goes away. I hope that message is always there. We can always just keep checking it to see. I hope it never goes away.
I hope it never changes.
Network
I'll really
video.
be rattled. If the recording changes or updates, I'll really be rattled.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man, Network Video, we rode our bike there. On Sundays, you could get 2-for-1 movie rentals. It was like $3 for regular movies, $3.35 for new releases. And you could buy the video script card. You could spend like $20 and you would get 10 movie rentals for $20. You basically get like $33 worth of movie rentals for $20.
You said earlier you had some network video stuff. Do you happen to have a yellow or a blue peg?
That would be, I know exactly what you're
That's
talking
the
about.
holy grail
Right, sure.
of
And
network video memorabilia.
What he's referring to is back in the early movie store days, they actually delineated between VHS and Betamax tapes, and the VHS got the yellow peg, and the Betamax got the blue peg. And no, I have not been pegged by any of those colors yet.
Well, getting pegged by network video would be like the holy grail
It sure would.
of network video memorabilia, and I would be actually extremely jealous. But I've always wondered, we used to go up there so much. Did anybody ever rent those wrestling tapes besides us?
I know Henry Harrison did, but the best wrestling tapes in town could be rented at Far More. They were like 39 cents a piece.
Far more buying power.
Yeah.
But you're right, they had a huge selection. They had the best of, and not just
Right, like the best of the WWF
pay-per-views.
Volume 8 and whatever. They had those-
WWE World Tour 1991, which you might recognize somebody if you watch that.
Yep, you were wearing your Choctaw State Championship
I was.
shirt.
I was wearing my Choctaw State 1990 State Championship shirt for WWF World Tour 91. So if anybody wants to YouTube that, you can see me.
Yeah, the Mr. Perfect match. I think he's fighting Shawn Michaels or something.
Yeah, what a great technician-wise, what a great matchup.
Mr. Perfect's probably the best wrestler to never win the world title. Well, actually, he won
Arn
the AWA.
Anderson, I would say, because Kurt did win the AWA World title, which was, if you consider it, and back then everything was broken down into territory, so I don't know what people would consider. I mean, to guys like us, I think there's two, WCW, NWA, and then WWE.
AWA I'm going to include too, just because of the historical nature of it.
That's a big push for Vern Gagne, though.
Speaking of wrestling, professional wrestling, we're going to have Mr. Lucha Locura back on the show on Thursday. They got another big event happening at Props Brewery, and Lucha is a little upset with me because last time I made him share the studio with Ray Fury, who's like his arch nemesis. So who knows what sort of mayhem is going to ensue as a result of Lucha.
That reminds me a lot of the barbershop window right there, if you guys want to talk to those guys.
when network video collapsed, individual stores closed up that had office systems like the phones, the domains, and mailboxes that obviously that during bankruptcy of running down. It almost cost nothing to keep the line up to do the $2 month and administrators managing dozens of loose ends, securing a phone line is more priority. Nobody owns the burning emergency anymore, which is something that
But does the phone company just not realize? I mean, I picture it like water running through a hose, and if you step on the hose, the flow of the water becomes a little more forced, and so it. I mean, do they not notice the hose? Where the hose at?
Where there is a chance I can get closure on this on Wednesday, and if I do, I will call in to the show Wednesday and let you guys know, because I happen to know a guy that was a network video on Beale store manager for about 15, 20 years, I think he said. So there's a chance he might know some more than we know.
You know, there is actually a vestige of the old network video on Beale. If you look at the signage for that Kohl's and the Aldi, burned into a back panel of an empty space on that sign is the mirror lettering of network video. You got to kind of squint to see it, but like the front half of the network video sign fell off, and I guess the back half is still there, and the sun burning through the years, I guess, made an imprint. Anyway, you can see a mirror image word of network video on the sign still today.
Are you gonna try to get that, or the part of the sign that's left?
I'm taking a picture of it. That's good enough.
Oh, so the mystery. Who's paying for it?
On the dog, there's a highway.
Cool whip in my hair.
Not bad. They were like 129. Yeah, but a lot of people don't understand that Michael Jordan is the first athlete to do that very technical, not far behind the with kind of so far down the list of these other major sports that he got a dunk to that took the popularity. He got one over anybody in the NFL, anybody in the NBA, besides Jordan, anybody in the MLB, every sport. Andre Agassi is second besides Jordan. But they're playing indoors. A lot of players do it. Indoors, they don't expect to know Bryce Harper Under Armour. What's the bottom of it? Look like yeah. Have you seen the YouTube video where they Greg Ness brings Chris Bryant? And you could tell from the first pitch Chris Bryant was
Hey, don't forget about Irish Bill.
Jared Goff. Yeah, I thought it was Jared Goff one. Oh, I gotta watch that. God, Greg Ness. Chris Bryant, stupid, like 50 something.
not Dasani. Shoot.
Yeah. And Hillary Swank.
Yeah.
Swinak.
Swinak. You want to call him Irish Bill Hamilton?
Huh?
You want to call him Irish Bill Hamilton?
Sure.
Like that over video guy? Jeff McDowell, Irish. We could have a whole bunch of like a whole B-lister crew. Yeah, I want to see if Bill knows anything about tennis. He knows everything about everything. Sports related. And mine was Tiffany Twisted.
He got a lot of pretty, pretty girls. You know,
boys. Friend.
I actually remember your dad got me onto the Eagles. Your dad was a huge Eagles mark.
Yes, he was. Him and my Uncle Bob Crane, not my real uncle, went to all the way to the Eagles.
Oh. Yeah, welcome back, Irish Bill. It's weird talking to you without having any college football or NFL games. I guess we could talk about the Senior Bowl. Welcome back, Irish Bill. How you doing? Oh, it's so boring. You know what the thing about the Senior Bowl is the practices leading up to the game are almost more interesting. You get more data from the athletes, from the practices, and the feedback from the coaches than the game itself. Similar to the Pro Bowl, like it's more. It's good to get into the Pro Bowl or be elected to the Pro Bowl, but no one wants to play in the Pro Bowl because it's after the season and you risk injury and.
It's a flag football game now.
But did anything stand out about that Senior Bowl to you, Bill?
So it's in USA's new stadium and not the old one in Mobile?
It's not at Lad Peoples anymore?
Lad Peoples, thank you, Garrett.
Yeah, the game used to be sponsored by Del Shamps at Lad Peoples Stadium.
That's right.
I remember I went to a Senior Bowl in 1990. I saw Dexter Carter and I think Peter Tom Willis or Casey Welton. Those were like the two. And Reggie Slack was the quarterback for Auburn. He's a local guy.
Milton.
Milton.
Yeah, Milton.
So, Irish Bill. Go ahead. Yeah, well, it wasn't me that was giving you the hard time. It was Kevin. But congrats to the Hoosiers, man. It's good to see that they haven't fallen off, and they're picking the slack up. Do you think their long-term outlook for the basketball season has any postseason aspirations to it?
Very high scoring game. Bill, I haven't had a chance to keep up with Big Ten basketball much this year. How's Sam Alexis doing for Indiana this year? Yeah, he's a former Gator transfer who via UT Chattanooga, which I have some personal ties to as well. So I always try to keep up with Sam Alexis, who's also from Central Florida. Did he used to coach at like Miami Central or something, Bill? Is that the same Harris? Yeah, okay.
Well, that this is we're left with talking about random subjects in sports world. Bill, we had no college football this week. We had to kind of put off NFL talk all week because of the gap between the championship games and the Super Bowl. Do you have any take on the Super Bowl that is different from where you were coming at with things last week? I don't think the schedule argument holds anymore, just because they've won 3 playoff games in a row against 3 playoff teams. I think we can throw that talking point out, and I definitely see a path to victory. I still think that the Seahawks will probably lose. I mean, win. Probably my guess is 24-20, but I don't think it's going to be as foregone conclusion as that. I think there's definitely some pathways to victory for the Patriots.
I also think that, I don't know, if you say playoff teams, and not to disrespect them, but it's very objective, it's very kind of by year. I think the best, players in the AFC, especially, when you talk about players being quarterbacks, it's even like, the MVP award, for example, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, those kind of names, but it didn't make the playoffs. I think having Patriots win some of those guys, Josh Allen, he was falling short. I think he was one of the lost. Not maybe have. I don't hate Tony to say that, but I strongly. I'm a little less cautionary about saying hey, never real but it's I wouldn't say best case scenario. You didn't play not a best case scenario with the Raiders, but I think the Seahawks had 2 tougher teams in their division than were in the entire AFC. So I think the Seahawks are
So, Bill, I was talking to Gareth before the show, and I said, "Hey, is there anything sports that Bill doesn't know about?" So, like we said, we don't have a lot of football or anything to talk about. Did you watch any of the Australian Open, specifically the men's semifinal round?
Yeah, I am as well. That's a sport that I really wish I was good at, and I love for the first 3 holes playing it, and then I just want to throw my clubs into the lake.
Well, they're at a.
Well, here's my thing: is if I knew that there would be no one behind me that I would be holding up, and I could actually take my time and practice, then I would not have anxiety over it. But if I'm just zigzagging from one side of the woods to the other side, and there are people behind me, I have too much anxiety, and I don't even want to play at that point.
You're a professional goofy golfer, though.
Yeah.
You probably got a very good handicap for goofy golf.
Well played, sir.
I
Well
don't
played.
want to cut this conversation short and not do this to you justice because I'm pretty strong with opinionating about this. We got the Pro Bowl is something that I enjoyed a lot when I was a kid, and I think it was made for a lot of people to enjoy. But 2024, I can't find any information for 2025 as well. But 2024, Pro Bowl, viewership followed the slope that it has been on for the last 6 or 7 years, and the viewership was at an all-time low. It keeps getting worse. I wouldn't think it's especially
Yeah, the Pro Bowl's always been just weirdly placed. Every other All-Star game for every major sport is in the middle of the season. There's an incentive in Major League Baseball for the league to win because you get the home field advantage in the World Series. With the Pro Bowl, there's just everything is de-incentivized. You don't want to get injured. The season is over. Well, it used to be. They used to play it the week after the Super Bowl. Now they do it the week before the Super Bowl, so you don't get any players that are actually playing on the Super Bowl teams to play in the Pro Bowl. And
I will say, one thing that, I mean, there's exceptions, right? And in baseball, one thing to exercise that comes is the commissioner's judgment. That's what allowed us to, like, Albert Pujols, who did last year, going to the All-Star game, and Miguel Cabrera. Those situations are worth it. I think that's kind of what the guy was thinking when he had Joe Flacco to do his Pro Bowl last year, and that was some Hall of Fame players. Cabrera, I don't really know much where that's coming at, other than, I guess, getting up to talk about him on local radio and get people to watch him. That's probably what I'm doing.
yeah, and we'd like to keep talking with you for another segment, Bill. Will you stick around? All right, for Walton Beach, what we're doing with Gareth, Brady, and Kevin. Stick around, everyone.
Pro Bowl really is a flag football game now.
Yeah, it's like a skills
Next
challenge.
year it's going to be two-hand touch.
It really started going downhill when that Ohio State running back that got drafted by Robert Edwards for the Patriots. He was playing in the Pro Bowl. It might have actually been flag football then too, or on the beach.
Robert Smith?
Robert Edwards.
Okay.
And he had like a 1,000-yard rushing season for the Patriots, and then like tore his ACL. His season was over, and he was a running
He tore
Ohio
his
State.
ACL in the Pro Bowl?
Yeah, but I think it was like a beach challenge or whatever. But it was still like 1996 or 7.
Yeah, so not even Bill, the tennis guy.
Remember, it used to be at the Hula Bowl
Yeah.
after the Super Bowl, and it was like they played. I mean, they were. It was competitive.
So now the only person that I know that I can talk tennis with is Seth Stringer. I have nobody else.
I need to give him a call actually. I
But he
reached out last
texted
week.
me that morning after. He was like, did you watch Djokovic and Center last night? I was like, I watched both of them, all 5.5 hours of both. They were both over 5-hour matches all day. Both went 5 sets, and I said I watched. I haven't been to bed yet. I said I'm about to go to bed here because over in Melbourne they were 8 hours ahead of us. Yeah, 8 hours ahead of us. So it was live. The first semifinal started at 2 a.m. here, and the second one, going 5 hours, second one started about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. Ended at 2 a.m. at Melbourne time.
Melbourne.
Djokovic,
That's just Eastern time zone, right? Melbourne, Florida.
yeah. Judith Barcy, you know about the whole Judith Barcy story?
Remember Penny and Judith?
Yes. Do you remember Judith Barcy? Thea from Jaws of Revenge?
Yeah,
And
she died.
her
She was the voice on All
all
Dogs Go to Heaven.
her father killed her mother, and then shot himself.
Yep, and
Adam
Burt Reynolds had to
Adam
like.
Lewis went to the house that it happened at in one of his videos.
Burt Reynolds, she died during the filming of a recording of All Dogs Go to Heaven, and
That's right.
Burt Reynolds had to like record
right.
his lines after she had died, and you could like he was giving an interview about the emotion he felt.
Remember when he walked into the Peach Pit with his FSU jacket on? I'll never forget that.
Yeah, I had forgotten that.
He did. Yeah, he had walked into the Peach Pit with an FSU jacket on.
What was his line? He probably didn't have to say
Not so
anything.
fast, my
Hey,
Not so
Not
fast, my
sponsored.
friend. That's Lee Corso.
Oh.
He knew Samantha Sanders, right? I think that's how it all got started. Maybe Bill knows about that.
Was it Samantha Sanders? Oh, because she was the star. But who was his father? What was the father's name?
Rush Sanders.
And what was
He was
Steve's
big.
name? When he was the actor, the child actor on the show, like. Oh, I don't remember that. Because he was like a child star on the show.
He was Samantha Sanders played his mom.
Doing with Irish Bill and Bill, before we get back to you, Gareth brought up something earlier. I'm talking about my weight lifting story. Was that far off, and I thought you said that you had squatted recently.
No, bench press.
I came across Frankie's and Coach, and I just watched him use every probably muscle fiber in his body to get 350 pounds off of his chest. And oh my gosh, put this in perspective, like there's big boy weight and there's strong weight. And I represent the big boy weight when you lift the bar up and the weight starts to bend the metal bar down on each side.
How much do you think Carter weighs? 180? Yeah.
But it's insane. 350 is a lot of weight. I mean, it's something to watch somebody get that much and push it up. I mean, I was amazed when I saw my friend Zach put 45 concepts on that quick.
Hitler's birthday.
Connor Matthews is a name that was pretty well known around softball. He was in the game when he was on the field. He was a menace to us last year. He's an influencer as well. If you actually look him up, he came out of Nashville and then had runs of it out of Fort Walton Beach. He was an influencer. He actually has a promo for his moonshot. He's a very prevalent brand among weightlifters. Him and Connor Matthews, Tyler and Connor Matthews, were most immediate on softball communication out of you seeing around. We did. Oh my gosh, can I get your autograph?
What a great mindset.
Speaking of, things like that, I actually saw these repost articles. It was about the school in Alabama and how they kind of taught factories, just like that we have getting flack about them, not doing food and things like that. And people started yelling, they were on the field and football field, it's a jumbo shop, and it's in the gym, and then our students, if they do football field, and look at the it's like, you don't call for recruiting these students to make it more inhabitable for doctors and for scientists and for restaurants, stop recruiting, building a new basis and letting people in their own country. I don't know, I think a lot of these schools maybe necessarily aren't testing their place. These schools come from my school, they're not getting them all free random meetings like the SEC allegedly did all those years. It's just building the program up. I think it's all set up pretty well for some people to kind of reference them in the future.
Yeah, I hope he reaches out to that freshman running back, actually.
Bill,
For which player, Bill? Yes. He actually got recruited by one of the top junior colleges in
Hutchinson, which I believe has the most junior college national titles, and he was also offered by Indy, which is the Netflix show Dream U. Kind of surprised he didn't go there with that Netflix money.
Yeah, he's got that. He's also a good athlete too. He can tuck and run it.
I was so excited to see him play like that because it's kind of been like that consensus going on in the community that once he gets to the playoffs, those big teams kind of just start to swear and whatever. But Taven, all season, he would have problems where like, when the team get across, he gets undershoot and gets overshoot. When you 6, 7, 8, 9, there was one for a Fort Walton that just like, it was the best throw I've ever seen him make. He crossed, I think he just it was right in his chest. And I was so proud of him, how he played against the net and Heritage too. He played a really good game. He had that one 40-yard rushing touchdown that got called back. It definitely wasn't his fault. He did a great job, and I'm so excited that he got a chance to play. remember a lot of games that we took down the staff that you had 9 as well.
Yeah, well, we didn't have to pass because we had Dante Whitby and.
And it really did. I heard you mentioned you lost a lot of goals coming back. Our defense got better. It was another similar 4 games without giving up a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
There was two games without giving up a touchdown. And ended against Nashville when we gave up a touchdown in the running clock. For 4 quarters. It's like, Terrence West is doing a great job.
You're talking about losing guys like Dante Core and Tristan Jackson, who both went Power 5. You're talking about losing, Keith and Hines Wheeler, who I believe is Hutchinson as well, but he also had Power 5 offers, and yeah, somehow they got better.
And I don't want to give it up, I don't want to give up my I'll say it is a very flexible choice from inside the football. How many Dante Whitby can be on the
Really? He's not going to run it anymore?
He could be double-sided, but apparently they can run it out how it has an impact. I look at Dante and honestly, I think that's the outside linebacker.
With Carter benching 350, maybe he's beefing up to take a more role that's less Swiss Army knife and more just cutting through defenses.
Let's not forget, we'll also have hopefully a healthy Von Keller,
Oh, yes.
who has a Power 5 offer from University of Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
So Choctaw once again will not have a lack of talent.
Football one of those sports where you kind of wish they had a little bit more free space. I think that three of them that girls basketball team started off in 13 and early season. They didn't really get a lot of attention. With our softball team last season, seniors missed their graduation because they were winning a state championship, which they went in the middle of graduation.
Against American Heritage.
They were. And it was softball leaders American Heritage that we met for 7-6. And I watched football and softball team quite a bit 2 years ago. We actually had one player. I'm going to shout her out. She's 1 second before the press. It was something impressive. She moved up to Iowa to play softball. And she played softball. She played volleyball. Listen to the stats that she got her first year playing softball. This was last season. She played for Lewis Central. She won Offensive Player of the Year. These are softball stats in real games. So she hit a state bet of 688. Her on-base percentage was 781, which is second in the state and led her 4A in the state of Iowa. Her slugging percentage was 1613. She ranked 7th in RBI with 59. No home runs with 16. And she was the co-leader in triples with 9. So that was someone that they lost in Fort Walton last year before they won.
That is a deep, deep cut, Brady Brooks.
Aubrey Davis is a great person, and she's another softball player. She's offensive player of the year in the entire state of Iowa. So, super cool to see her. Man, I knew this catch. She's catching. That's what I had watched the last 3 weeks that she played in the playoff in Fort Walton. She moved because her father got sick, and so they kind of knew that it was their last game with this team. So a lot of friends in the area. So I watched their last game that they played. It was a home game 2 seasons ago, and I thought, how do you do something like this? But it's also one of those things where you could have some tough, close regular season games, and then tough playoff games. But as long as you got the right coaches and maybe the right mindset and game plan on the right page, and you get out really good.
Yeah, buddy, and I cannot wait to have that content to discuss with you. And I'd like to invite you back on Friday, if you don't mind, just so we can get another little Super Bowl preview. Mr. Irish Bill, thank you so much for joining us on our Miracle Strip Body Shop afternoon interview segment of the day. Thanks for keeping us posted on all things sports. We really appreciate it, and we really appreciate it. Yeah, thanks, Bill. We really appreciate it if you would stick around as well. We got to pay a few bills here. Fort Walton Beach, what we're doing. Stick around.
Bill gets paid?
No.
He said he's gonna pay some bills. Irish Bill?
Yeah.
I know he knows a lot about sports. What's this guy getting paid?
All right, so I got some local news.
Yeah, what is the deal with that kayak? Are you gonna shoot about that?
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Oh,
next one.
I've been hearing all about it. I feel like I was in the kayak with it.
So I'll do that little news next, and we can just after that meeting, then we can talk about it. Obviously, the kayaker with Ross's life is in there. Dude, I before the news broke, my girlfriend and I went to the gas station where we saw the water. White cap, just bay. I wouldn't have gone on a kayak in those water conditions in the summer. Right. Let alone in. Yeah, it happened this weekend. Well, because his boat was like anchored in the water apparently, and he was trying to get out. He was trying to get out to his boat, and he's got a life jacket on. You know, it was freezing cold. The wind was like 30 miles an hour. The white cap, Staten Island was an island. That's how far the wind, that's how hard the wind was blowing into the bay. What they pay for like 40 years kind of thing, maybe? Maybe they're going to next time. Yeah, because it's just more free. It's a landline free. And there's not. The landline now goes, anybody on the landline goes to top. It's a weird. Not Bobby Top. And not Gary Top. Not Courtney Top. Bobby Top is a good fan of football. I like turning, remember Tom Coughlin, the coach of the New York football guy? Yeah. I always like turning your dad into Coughlin.
That was always my favorite fantasy football game. Or Aaron Hernandez and pistol offense. That was like right when the pistol became a popular formation too.
No, I saw one.
Mike Dudley's movement. Dudley's card on MLB show 25. I used to tell Marte that on 25.
Larry Boa?
Man. He threw gas too.
Yep.
It was Davey Johnson.
No, it was Bobby. Was he the guy that was also coached in Japan and like got kicked out of the game and put on a mustache and costume?
Stan Dudley.
Oh, I remember this game. It was Zach, my ball sack, or
My Zachers.
Zach, my
Yeah.
ball sack, or
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's
I
right.
didn't hear myself say.
He's like, Gary, yeah.
My
Have
ball
you, seen,
sack.
have you seen the Terry in the wheelchair video with the firework guy? Get out of the way, Terry. Back up, Terry.
Yeah.
Good Lord, Terry. The firework.
What's something called an ambulance?
Yeah, he's like, God damn, Terry.
You had your shot. You took your shot. That was your shot. I'm counting that. Yes. All right. You got that.
truck in that tax the other day, and he looked up and he said, get on there, you'll have to get Eric Judd for 26, it's on there now for free. Because it's in the pack, so.
Did you just turn your head to Coughlin? You getting ready for this tomorrow?
Who's checked out by a bunch of older guys.
You went all Jeffrey Epstein on that one. James Tugger.
Copperhead Road? All right. Welcome back to Fort Walton Beach, What We're Doing. You are being joined by Gareth Stearns and Kevin Horgan, not Karen Horgan, Kevin Horgan and Brady Brooks. Thanks so much for sticking around. You are in the final stretch of the show. We really appreciate it.